Next, I would like to invite Rebecca Scott, who's the Director of Planned Giving, to come and introduce Laura Glick.
I'm here this morning on behalf of Professor Kevin Irwin and myself, who've both nominated Laura, very deserving recipient. Laura embodies the best of what Tufts is. She's an ideal person to receive this honor because she doesn't see the difference between coming to understand a need and then working to help meet that need. It's all one thought for Laura. Upon coming to Tufts, she discovered that people in need weren't always far away. They didn't always live in other countries or other continents or even other states. There were people in need in the communities she lived in Medford, in Somerville, in Malden, in Boston. And in coming to this realization, was the same as realizing that she wanted to help meet those needs. In Somerville, Laura helps people know where their next meal is coming from. She works with the Somerville Homeless Coalition, and her work with that group helps to create better ways to connect the homeless with information and resources that give them food security. With the Tufts chapter of TIMI Global Health, Laura worked with a mobile health clinic in Guatemala, and she initiated a public health project that worked with Guatemalan women to improve the quality of their drinking water. With the Peer Health Exchange, Laura teaches high school freshmen a comprehensive health education program, and her work with that organization landed her a leadership role with the responsibility of teaching other college volunteers the workshop material so they could teach the broad health education curriculum to students. Laura also volunteers at the Mass General Hospital Center for Child and Adolescent Health Research and Policy, where she contributes to a project that helps improve the transition between pediatric and adult healthcare systems for children with autism spectrum disorders. But I don't think I'd be making the other organizations too jealous if I was to tell you that Laura's first and primary love is the Sharewood Project, where she has volunteered for all 3 years she's been at Tufts, and where this past year and next year she's the president of the Undergraduate Sharewood Club, a group which coordinates the efforts of over 400 undergraduates who've signed up to volunteer. I also volunteer with Sharewood, and I happen to think that it, like Laura, embodies the best of what Tufts is. It's a free healthcare clinic run every Tuesday night in Malden. It was started 15 years ago by medical students, but now it's run by medical, dental, Friedman, arts and sciences, and engineering students, and for all I know, there's Fletcher students there too. And if the vet school wasn't in Grafton, I wouldn't be surprised if they figured out how to get involved. A couple of years ago, Sharewood's increased efforts at publicity and community networking resulted in the weekly patient volume shooting up from as few as 5 patients to the point where they see between 30 and 50 patients each Tuesday. And the increase in patient volume stretched Sharewood's resources, and that's where Laura came in. Money was needed. I'm a fundraiser. I can relate to that. Money was needed to meet the needs of these patients, and organization was needed to help the clinic run smoothly. Laura worked tirelessly with the medical students on a fundraising concert last year with the Longwood Symphony Orchestra, and that raised $13,000. She also led the undergraduate club's efforts to receive funding for a new Sharewood van from the TCU Senate so volunteers can get back and forth to the clinic and to health fairs around town. That was worth about $30,000. I just see the numbers. What can I say? She arranged for Sharewood to be the beneficiary of an undergraduate cause dinner that raised about $6,000. And she's helping Sharewood get up and running with electronic medical records and helping to coordinate the Tufts IT coming to make a site visit to advise them on computer security and also to perhaps donate some older computers, which brings more resources. Sharewood is now its own club on the undergraduate campus. It's no longer a subsidiary club of the Pre-Med Society. And Laura helped to make that happen. So you get the picture. Laura learns about a need and in the same moment figures out how she can roll up her sleeves and meet that need. She gets her hands dirty, she does the work, she's smart and applies her analytical and organizational abilities to solve problems. Laura's a vocal and passionate advocate, and the only limit to what she can do and what she wants to accomplish is the limit imposed by the number of hours in a day and days in a week. She lives Tufts' vision of active citizenship, and she is extremely deserving of this award. Thank you.